Good afternoon and welcome to Judogi News with me, Toby Champion. Later in the show we'll be joined by Prime Manager Boris Johnson for a COVID-19 special. But first, today's headlines. Mary Poppins has opened a new restaurant in Swansea to mixed reviews. Critics have reported that there was super cauliflower but the lobster was atrocious. Later we'll have more on that. Cinemas in Ireland have reopened with a showing of the Disney classic Bambi. In the queues, many excited children were overheard asking, "What's the big-eyed deer?" The Hanna-Barbera classic cartoon The Flintstones has been banned by Middle East countries. It has now become clear that the people of Dubai do not like the Flintstones, but fortunately the people of Abu Dhabi do. More on that later on. In other film news, Sylvester Stallone is to film a new Welsh version of Rambo, but Bruce Willis is set to star as Die Hard. More on that later. Hello. Are we on? Yeah. Delighted to be here at Judogi News today, and myself, Boris Johnson, that's me, yes, Prime Minister for today. There's been a lot of confusion about how to act with COVID-19, and the message is that it apparently not been that clear to all the people. So I have 10 clear guidelines written here that should make things a lot clearer. You must not leave the house for any reason, but if you have a reason, it's okay to go out, but don't leave the house. Masks are useless at protecting you against the virus, but you may have to wear one because it can save your life, but it may not work. But they may become mandatory, at which point they may not actually work. Gloves won't help, but they can still help, so wear them sometimes or not, as the case may be. Shops are closed. Except those shops that are still open. Apart from those, the shops are closed. You must not go to work, don't go to work, but if you can get another job, you can go to work there, but don't go to work unless you get another job. You should not go to the doctors or to the hospital unless you have to go there, unless you're too poorly to go there, and then you should go to stay at home unless you have to leave the house. There's no shortage of groceries in the where does Tilly go? To the shops, yes. There's no shortages of groceries in the supermarkets. There are some empty shelves and some things missing, but no shortages in the supermarkets, according to Tilly. The virus has no effect on children. Children are safe. No effect on children. Apart from the children that are affected, all children are quite safe, which is a blessing. I don't know how many I've got, but I'm glad they're all safe, apart from the ones that were affected. Yes, to help protect yourself, you should eat well and exercise. But eat whatever you have on hand. Don't go to the shops, because there's nothing missing there. It's important to get fresh air, but don't go to parks or go for a walk. No, but don't sit down, except if you're old. If you're old, you can sit down. but not for too long. But if you're pregnant, or if you're not old or pregnant, and you need to sit down, but to do so, but don't sit down and eat a picnic. Just do the sitting down, but only if you're old or not pregnant. Don't visit old people. If you have to take care of old people and bring them food and medication, that's what you should do, is take them the food and medication, but don't visit them. Don't go visiting old people. Schools are closed. All the children know that. Schools are closed. So you need to home educate your children, unless you can send them to school because you're not working from home. If you are at home and you can home educate your children using various portals and online classrooms, then you should do so, unless you have poor internet, in like you might find in third world countries, or in sort of Swansea, which they've only got one computer each. One computer, the whole of Swansea, one computer. More than one computer, or if you're working from home, the important thing is, if you are home educating, you can start drinking heavily from 10 a.m. If you're not home educating any children, it is still okay to drink from 10 a.m. every day. No businesses will go down due to coronavirus, except those businesses that will fail. Apart from those, no businesses will go down. Now I hope that's made everything clearer for you all, and if we follow these golden rules that will be published in the tabloid press, if we follow these golden rules, then we will, as a whole, as a country, as a nation, we will overcome this virus and get back to some sort of normality. Just remember, stay home unless you have to go out. Stay safe as long as it's safe to do so. And together we can protect DFS. SCS, to protect all sofa and floor. Protect the protect the NHS. Protect them all. Protect all sofa retailers. Thank you. Good night. And now the news headlines for the hard of hearing. Socks the cat is still missing.
Socks the cat is still missing.
In Swansea, a man pushed a man.
In Swansea, a man pushed a man.
I can't believe it's not butter is actually butter.
I can't believe it's not butter. It's actually butter.
And that's all the headlines for today. So it's a good night from me.
And a good night from him.
Good night.